Everyone thinks the fastest way to flip cards is eBay auctions, dollar boxes, or sniping comps, and that's actually not it. The fastest way to sell cards before you even have them, and the only way to do that is properly building relationships. When people already know you, deals move in minutes, there's no back and forth, no marketplace delays, and often no extra fees because you're actually transacting directly, and your speed is the size and quality of your contact list. There's a famous saying in the marketing world, you are, or the power of the list, email list. Everyone talks about list, and that's what I'm going to go into. I'm going to show you how to apply it to sports cards. So I have 5 steps here. I'm going to go over step by step how to build your contact list so you're able to move cards within seconds. Okay. The first one is when you're doing a deal with somebody, and this is going to sound funny to say out loud because it sounds so simple, and some of you guys are going to be like, duh, but this doesn't happen with a lot of people, is if you're at a card show or a Facebook group or Twitter or wherever you're doing a card deal, be friendly. Ask about their favorite team, ask about their family. Actually build a connection. And when I first started in sports cards, and if you ever meet someone that's known me a while, they'll tell you this. Before Major League Profits from 2015 to 2019, I was very short. I was a dick, honestly. I was on Facebook doing deals. That's where I did a lot of my deals. And I'd be really short, to the point, wouldn't build any relationships. And people actually started to really not like me because of it. People in the sports card world. Now, people don't like me because I sell a program. But before, people wouldn't like me just because I was kind of a dick, to be honest. And don't be like that. Actually be friendly, because the friendlier you are, people do deals with people who they like. If you've ever been on a sales call to buy something like a course or a program or whatever, there's a higher chance you are going to buy that product if you like the salesperson. If you don't like the salesperson, you're probably not going to buy the product, right? It sounds simple and it sounds like common sense. It just takes a little bit of extra energy. And I say this because there's so many people, so many sports card dealers at card shows specifically, where you go up to them and you say to them, "Hey, do you have any wiggle room on this card?" And they don't even look at you. They're like looking away and they're like, "Nope, it's fine." And you don't even want to do deals with that person. Like, there's people at card shows that I see, even me, where I'm like, I don't even want to talk to this person because it's just a kill on my vibe. So be nice, build connections, act like you actually want to be there, whether it's a card show, Facebook groups, eBay, wherever. That's number one. Number two, once you're friendly and you do deals with people, whether you buy, whether you sell, do everything you could to get their phone number. Getting their phone number and texting is the key to success. People respond to text messages faster than Facebook messages, Instagram. Get their phone number. And you want to label their phone number. So what I do on my phone is I just make their last name cards. So let's say the person's name is Eric Michael. I'll put in my contacts Eric Michael cards. So I can just search up cards in my phone, and everyone who I've done card deals with pops up. But also you want to put it in a spreadsheet as well. So when you do a deal, put the name of the card, the sport, the person you did the deal with, and their phone number. So you have a whole database of people you've done deals with. If you've done a deal with somebody once, odds are you could probably do a deal with them again. And you don't want to lose that contact information, because when you, let's say, post a card to Facebook that you're looking to sell, the odds of that person seeing that again are so small. But if you sold a CJ Stroud card to this person and he paid a good price last year, he might be into Jaden Daniels this year. Okay. And you want to be able to directly reach out to these people. Okay. And when you're making these lists or these databases on Google spreadsheets or Google Sheets, you want to make a list of people, buyers and sellers. I would separate it so when it comes time to sell cards, you could go to the people that have bought cards from you, and vice versa. If you're in the mood to buy cards and it's more of a buying season, you can go to the people that you bought cards from in the past. Because with buying, especially, in my game, I teach people how to make money buying and grading and selling. And a lot of people buy cards from people who break. These are very valuable contacts, because, there's people that spend thousands of dollars on breaks and they just want more money so they could continually gamble, and you can give them that money. So separate the buyers, separate the sellers. And what I would do. So in the world of marketing, there's something called a reactivation campaign. So let me walk you through. I'll walk you through to my business, and in marketing terms and how it kind of relates to sports cards. So let's say you see one of my ads, right? You see one of my ads, you opt in, you give us your information, you watch the video on the next page, and let's say you don't buy it, and one of our people on the sales team calls you, you don't answer, and months go by, right? So about 3 months ago, you gave us your information, but you never bought anything, and you never really did anything with, the video we gave you, or any of the PDFs, or any of that free stuff. Every, let's call it 6 months, we might run a reactivation campaign where leads who are 6 months or older, who we have not been in contact with, we give them value, saying, "Hey, I know you were interested in sports cards X amount of months ago. Here's a free PDF on an update on the market. If you're interested, let me know." And it reactivates people, old people that we weren't able to talk to. And if they're interested, they're like, "Oh, cool. I'm back into it. I'm interested again. Let's talk." And if it makes sense, to buy the program, right? That's called a reactivation campaign. Same thing with building a list with sports cards. Set something so every 4 months, 6 months, you reactivate your list, and you could send a bulk text message and say, "Hey, what's up, man? It's Eric. We did a deal XYZ months ago. How are things going? You have any new pickups?" Just to stay fresh in their mind. So when you hit them up for a text message, when you're specifically looking to buy or sell, they'll know who you are. There's a higher chance they'll save you in their contact information. So that's how to properly build relationships step by step. So be friendly, get their phone number, create a list for buyers, create a list for sellers, and reactivate people. And all that leads to step number 5, which is eventually doing deals with no fees, right? So when, let's say I buy a card, grade it, and sell it, because I've built a lot of relationships over the years, I can just text people saying, so what I'll do, let's say I have a card of Mike Trout, because I just graded a big card of Mike Trout somewhere back there. I don't know where it is. But I could just search in my Google Sheets, just control F, search for Mike Trout, see who I've sold Mike Trout cards to in the past, and just text that person. So if you have certain players, you could just search in the past who you sold that cards to, a player of that same player in the past, and just hit that person up again. Because if he was interested in Mike Trout a year ago, he's probably interested in Mike Trout today. So that's kind of step by step how to build relationships. And that's the fastest way to flip cards. So in the beginning, it might take a little bit to build the relationships. Once you're a few months in and you're moving, it is the most valuable thing to have, right? They say your network is your net worth, or your net worth is your network, however they say it. So that's the best way to do it. It's how I've done it for years. And when people pay you, right, and they know you and they trust you because you've done deals, they don't pay you through eBay. They don't pay you where there's fees. They'll just Zelle you or Venmo you or Cash App or whatever, right? So that's the best way to do deals. And now I'll start taking in callers. If you guys have any questions related to this or anything, feel free to call into that phone number below, 813-618-2075, and we will begin taking callers. So let's do it. Other callers, Kavi? No, no callers yet. So the queue's open. So feel free to let it rip. And I'll begin answering questions in the chat. But if we get a question in the chat, I have to. If we get a caller, I have to pause what I'm asking. Ooh, this is a good one. Bona cards. What do you think of using ChatGPT with help grading cards? So, we just got a caller. That's a great question. That's right up my alley. I'll get to it in a second. I have to respect the caller. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey Eric, what's up? I have a question. I'm in your program. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks, more or less.
Sure.
And I started with baseball because that's kind of what I know best.
Okay.
But I was kind of leaded down the path of Pokemon. Is it too good to be true?
No. There's a student. There's a student in the program. I'm not gonna say his name, but he lives in Utah. So he was making $8,000 a month as a life insurance agent. And like a few months into the program, he quit his job because he was making more from his job, more from cards than he was from his job. Just flipping Pokemon, over 8 grand a month in profit.
Yeah, because I've been looking at the Pokemon cards, and it's way easier to make a profit than the baseball cards. Way easier.
Yeah. It's give and take, right? So it's kind of, see, yes, overall Pokemon right now is honestly it is better just overall because there's cards out there that are like great at 10, 60% of the time and you could triple your money. You're not really going to find that. The thing with baseball that Pokemon doesn't have is the volatility. So let's say a card today in baseball, it's let me take a random Justin Crawford, right? He's a prospect that I think is going to go up in value. You could buy a card today for $100, get it graded, and it comes back a 10, let's say it's worth 225. But someone like that could gain steam and gain hype, and that 225 could turn into a $400 card, by February or March. So overall, Pokemon's a better buy, especially if you're beginning, you're new. It's simple, it's easy. A lot of them are easy to grade, especially the Japanese Pokemon stuff. So to answer your question, yes, I would start with the Pokemon. It's easier to buy and grade and make money. Um, but it's not too good to be true. I mean, the data's right there. You can just look at what they sell for on eBay. It's not
Yeah,
too good to be true.
they're easier to find comps as well.
Yeah, and they all look the same. So, and there's specific trainings in the program going over how to properly find valuable Pokemon cards to grade and sell, and how to properly look at them and stuff. But to answer your question, yes, I would start with Pokemon. I dabble in sports cards. Maybe go like 75% Pokemon, 25% baseball.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I have one more question,
Yep.
actually, quick one.
Yeah.
I know you guys offer that all-in-one service.
Yep.
Do your margins have to be a lot tighter to use that?
Margins have to be tighter.
I didn't word that right. Like, do I have to be grading at a better percentage, or have to be like more careful using the all-in-one service? If that makes sense.
No, the all-in-one service. So, if for those of you guys listening, the all-in-one service is a place where you could send cards to. They'll grade it and they'll sell it for you. It just takes a little bit longer, and it takes a little bit longer, and your grading percentage may not be as high because no one will ever care about your cards as much as you do.
Yeah.
So, if you have the time to do it yourself, I would, because you're gonna gain the skill of sports cards faster because you're actually touching the cards, holding them, seeing what's wrong, what's right, and you're able to get them out faster. And so if you have the time, if just all it takes is like an hour a week. Like set aside 1 hour a day every Friday. That's when you prep your cards, you send them out for grading. PSA makes it pretty easy on their website. So if you have the time, I would do it yourself. I could speak for a lot of people. We've helped dozens and dozens of people quit their jobs, and not all of them, but like 90% of them do it themselves.
Gotcha. And then I guess this is kind of a lead-up question to that is, when I do it myself, obviously I don't get the bulk values. Do you think in the long run those extra, $5 here and there will matter, or no?
No.
No. Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Yep. No problem, man. Thank you for calling in. I got to answer that quote. I know we have a queue, but this is a great question. So, are there more callers? Oh, okay. Let me just answer this question. What do you think of using ChatGPT with help grading cards? So, with grading cards, it's kind of wanky. If you're just sending it a picture, and you're like, "Hey, how does this look? Will it grade?" It's hit or miss. You need to know the skill yourself because every variation of, especially with like every variation of card, has different problems and different things you can get away with. So like silver prism cards notoriously have surface issues. So a tiny surface issue is okay, as opposed to an easier card to grade. It can't have any issues like Pokemon, right? So like ChatGPT doesn't know this now. Because I've been doing this a long time, I have a custom GBT with all my information on how to properly buy, grade, and sell cards, where it works pretty good, but still not as good as just knowing it yourself and looking at it yourself. That's what I would say, number one. But number two, what we do in like our highest level program, not so we have a custom software we built using AI that pulls data from eBay every single day and just shows us the most profitable cards on eBay. So the way it just populates it on a spreadsheet. So it'll say like the card, what it's selling for, raw, average the last 30 and 90 days, and also what it's selling for recently is a PSA 10 and the multiplier. So it'll just so you can just go right to the most profitable cards. And we're trying to get the gem rate. So the percentage of PSA 10s on there as well. So you can just see like, look, oh, this card's $200, a 10, $700. It grades at 10, 55% of the time. Boom. So we use AI for that. It's a custom software. It's complicated. to build, but it is built around ChatGPT and other AI services to properly do that. But to just grade cards, it's not that great. I've messed around with it. So good question though. Right line of thinking. I know you're a smart guy. Man, these callers are flying in, right? Oh man, we're popular today. Okay. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hello. Hi, Eric. How are you? This is Sam from Boston.
What's up, Sam from Boston?
Good. So I do have a question.
Yeah.
I'm new into the hobby. Been about a year collecting and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I just wanted to see like my main goal. I do have like with my son. I do a little like eBay sales just for the fun of it with
Yep.
my son, just to have him get into the kind of like trading and kind of like into the hobby
Yep.
and into realizing what money is. However, my ultimate goal myself is to buy and hold because my main source of income is good.
Cool.
So I've been dabbling with some like like a 20 and a 30 and a 50, but then I started stumbling over like bigger cards. However, I just wanted to kind of see. I watched your previous episode where you talk about certain like veterans and stuff like that, but
Yep.
there's a specific card that I like, and I want to see what you thought on.
Okay.
It's an auto Otani from his third year, number 220. It's the tops.
So so you're looking to just hold these cards with no future plans of selling, right?
So not quite selling now, more of hold in my like PC and just kind of like
Yeah. So
look at it in a 10 years.
any cards that you're looking to hold, only by rookie. So 2018 is Otani's rookie year. They appreciate much better. So just to give you like a simple example, let's say Otani goes up 30% in value. Pretend his rookie cards will go up 30%, but his like third year cards may not go up at all, or maybe just a little bit. It depends on the card and the obviously. So I would only buy rookie if you are holding.
Okay, and is that like a general rule for like most of the players? Because I've been eyeing that card. I love it. It's out of 20. It's a little expensive. It's about $3,000. But I just kind of wanted to.
Yeah, it's a general rule. Just in general, whether you're buying and grading and flipping quick, or you are or you're holding long term, because like when you're buying, grading, and flipping quick, rookie cards are much more liquid because people want the rookies for the long term. Investors want them, and then on your end, rookies are going to appreciate the most. So, and also it's the most liquid when you want to sell it. So I would only buy rookies. You'll thank me in a few years. Take my word for it. I know the card the card might look cool.
One last.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say the card might look cool, but don't let that fool you. People know what they're doing, and just only buy his 2018 stuff if you're looking to buy and hold.
So even though it's I get the point and I appreciate it and I kind of like know about it, but I wanted to also like mention like for example, like you see how like for example there was a big hype for the 2025 Topps Chrome redemption and the rookie and the Otani and stuff like that. You noticed how those were like huge hits. The out of 5 or out of 4 for Skeens and for Otani and for Screwball and stuff like that. So the 2020 will not be kind of like treated the same way down the line or not as much.
No, they're treated completely different. So here, let me just let me see if I can find an example. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull an example up, just of like. Oh, it keeps beeping. Okay. Okay. Let's take. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be a good example. I'm going to share my screen so others could see. It might be a little delayed for you. Okay. So this is an Otani PSA 10, and let's take a Bowman. Let's take like a 2024 Topps Chrome Otani PSA 10. Let me see. So this is me totally guessing here. So if we look at both of these charts, Okay. I want you to look at this. So I'm looking at a 2024 Topps Chrome Otani PSA 10. About a year ago, are you still with me? Still with me? You just shoot him a call back. That was weird. It says it's still on. I just pulled up a good example too to make me look smart. Hey, you still with me?
I was actually with you, but I had you on
you did.
I had you on mute because I was looking at the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so this is just an easy example. You have this 2024 Topps Chrome Otani PSA 10. A year ago, this card was $70. Okay, today the card is just about $50, right? And the Bowman Chrome Otani in the dark blue PSA 10 non-autograph was $1,000, and now it's $1,700. One did not go up, actually went down a little bit. The other went up 70%. So this actually makes me look really smart, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to be able to find such a good example, but this is why you only buy rookie stuff. The rookie stuff is treated as an investment. It's treated like gold. It's what people want. It's just how the hobby works. So here's a spitting image as to why you only invest in the rookie stuff long term. Why rookie stuff is more liquid.
Okay, excellent. That's great. So, well, thank you. That helps a lot. That saves me $3,000.
Yeah, I just saved that. This phone call just saved you a crap ton of money. Believe it or not. So.
I get it. Well, one last question. So
yeah.
I do a lot of vintage, and the question is, you know how vintage is like really sensitive to condition.
Yep.
So I do have some. Like I usually go around and buy off binders and stuff like that. So and you know what I mean when I buy off binders. They have like all these imperfect edges and stuff like that. Do you think I should grade those, even though the difference, like for example, a 7 would be a 7 or a 6? Like for example, I bought 5 Ozzie Smiths of a collector.
Wow.
I found the best one. I sent it to grading. It got a 6, but I do have 4 that are not graded. Would you think it's a smart idea to just slab it and leave it, or just kind of like from a value standpoint, of course?
Well, that's the equivalent of asking me, do you think this girl's hot? I don't know. I got to see her. So I got to see the card. If you have cards and if you have cards and binders that you're thinking about grading, it depends on the card, right? So is the card actually worth grading? And then what do we think it could grade? So my standard rule with like grading vintage is whatever I think it's going to grade, it's got to be worth at least $50. So to make it worth it, because it's going to cost me at least $20 to get it graded. So if I look at a card and it's like a 1973 Pete Rose, and I think it's a PSA 1, and a PSA 1's $10, okay, I'm not going to grade it. But if I think it's a PSA 4 and a PSA 4 is $90, okay, I'll grade it. So it depends on the condition of the card and the card.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, well, thank you so much. I watch you all the time. I subscribe to your channel.
Cool.
My son is a huge fan of you.
Thank you
so much for the time and the effort. And we'll cross paths one day.
Awesome. Call back in when you buy your first Otani rookie. Let me know how it goes.
I actually have 2 sealed boxes of the Gypsy Queen from 2018.
Oh.
And I look at it every time, and I'd be like, should I open
don't. Don't. Bad idea. I say that maybe there's the most expensive Otani card in there, but I would I would not open them.
Yeah, I kept them sealed. My son was like, "Oh, why don't we open them?" I was like, "How about we get you a tin from Target?"
You know why your son wants to open them? Because it's not his money. So I like to gamble with other people's money too. It's fun.
I get it. Well, thank you so much. Again, huge fan.
Thank you, man. Keep doing your thing. Bye-bye. Good guy. I say, wow, that's a simple piece of advice. Saved him a lot. By the way, I see everyone's questions in the chat. Gotta call in, man. Gotta call in. It's better for the content. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. This is Tyler from Portland, Oregon.
Tyler from Portland, Oregon. Nice. Is Portland worth visiting? And I've never been there.
So outside of Portland is worth it. The city itself is rough, but we got Mount Hood, we've got the coast. Pretty much everything's an hour drive from Oregon or from Portland to really cool places. So it's worth visiting, but I wouldn't visit Portland itself.
And I got a student. So I don't know if you ever seen a video, but of this redhead kid. His name is Brock, and he's the first student that ever joined Major League Profits. Like this was like, oh man, like 2020, like early 2020. And now he was making 6 figures a year with sports cards, and now he has an AI channel that like basically helps people with AI. He just sent me a voice note. He made $72,000 last month.
Okay.
Crazy with this. And all started with sports cards, so flipping sports cards. He was 18 years old, working in a food truck, making $300 a month when he joined our program.
Wow,
so,
awesome.
But he lives in Bend, Oregon.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, Bend's really pretty. I would definitely take a trip over there.
Yeah, he keeps telling me to go, but I keep telling him it's a far trip for me in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, for sure. So my question is, I've been grading cards since 2019. Mainly started in Pokemon, making the transition over to sports cards, buying collections, taking the stuff out that's worth grading, doing really well. But I got kind of a weird one here. It's an SGA Gold Glitter from 2014. 262 is the card
2014.
Number.
He wasn't a player yet.
I'm sorry, 2024.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Sorry, 2024.
I was gonna say you have the most rare SGA card of all time from middle school.
Yeah, no. 2024 card number is 262. It's a gold glitter. I bought it for 200. It got a PSA 10. Trying to find comps with it. I've comped similar players. Wondering what you would comp that card at. I'm looking at about 750.
Is it select?
I don't know if I'm too high or low.
Select?
Yeah, select. Yeah, select gold glitter.
All right. I know nothing about this card, so let's take a look. And it's a PSA 10?
Correct.
Which select variation is it? Is it of him pressing down on the floor?
It's the court side. Yeah, court side, 262.
Oh, it's the court side.
Yeah. Got it for a killer deal, graded it, and I want to make sure I'm not going to get just hosed when I go to sell it here.
So my $100 offer isn't going to be good?
No, sorry.
Wait, it's numbered to 10?
It's not numbered. It's the gold glitter.
Oh, not numbered. Oh, shit. All right. You're asking about a hard one. Gold. Okay, so it's probably similar to the gold wave. So the gold wave is $300 raw. So gold glitter is going to be around the same. I would try to get, so it's a rare card. I'd try to get 900 to 1,000.
Okay.
But if someone, if you can't get that, I would take minimum. I would take net 600 at the minimum, but realistically, you should be able to get 750 to 800. I would think.
Okay, gotcha. Where would you recommend to sell that? Is that something you send to like an auction house? Do I put it on eBay? I've tried card shows. It's so rare, nobody really wants to take a chance on it.
Yeah.
So that's where it's tough.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I probably wouldn't eBay auction that. I think it wouldn't do well there. Honestly, it's a great card to include in a trade for like a bigger card or a smaller card. No one wants to buy that cash, but you could easily get like $1,000 in value for it via trade. And if you can't do that, you could see if any repackers want it because they want stuff like that. But it's a great card to include in a trade. This is why I like the guy who called before. I was telling him you only buy rookie because it's great. This card of Shea, it's a cool card, but just very few people want it because it's not as rookie. But if this was a rookie card of him, a 2018 gold glitter, you bet your ass you'd be flooded with cash offers. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's why I like to stick to buying the rookies. But it's a great card to include in trade at a card show. You're probably not going to sell it for cash for what you want.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thank you. And again, another just kind of quick question.
Yeah.
I've been buying lots off Facebook Marketplace, doing really well with that, sending some of the lower stuff to see if I know I'm going to profit on it, grading the good stuff. Do you recommend that, or do you recommend just buying cards off eBay and grading? Like, what is, I obviously, that's kind of what you promote, but is buying lots, if there's something good in there, is that still, viable, you think, or should I just be looking to get stuff off, Marketplace and grading?
Everything works. It's just a matter of where you want to spend your time. So with the buying lots, your profit margins are going to be higher, but it obviously takes more time to find them, go through them. Buying the single cards takes less time, but generally your profits will be less overall unless you buy more of them. But if you buy more of them, you might as well buy lots. It's the same thing at that point. It's just it's a personal preference, man. There is no right or wrong. I would say what you're doing is less stress, more time it's going to take, but you make more money, right? Because it's not that stressful buying a lot of cards for $200 and just picking out the cards and getting them graded. Also, it depends on your budget. Like, what's your budget for buying cards?
I'm doing pretty well. Like I said, I've been grading since 2019, so I mean, it's at least in the low five figures when it comes to getting through inventory.
Yeah. So, yeah, spending that much money on lots, so I would definitely get into buying singles, and then, yeah, and then you could get into like short-term investing as well, which is just another word I use for like buying higher end graded and of like baseball right now, just waiting a few months and flipping it. Because if you have 30 grand laying around, you might as well have it in a a 2023 Bowman Chrome Justin Crawford card that at least I think could go up like 20-30%, and you could sell it easily in January, February. Then it's just sitting in your bank account because it's hard to spend 20, 30, 40 grand on cards to grade.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're dealing with a good problem. So I would keep doing your lot thing and start to short-term invest, or aka buy higher end stuff that's already graded.
All right, perfect. Well, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude. Keep doing your thing. You're crushing.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Like I said, I see all the questions, but I gotta respect the callers. We got a little bit of a queue lined up here. Hey, what's up? You have Eric, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Antonio again.
What's up, Antonio?
I just love how you've been progressing through the week on how you start, how you get through with the money. And then one quick question is, once they start coming in each week, all the cars, and I know you said you want to diversify, Facebook, eBay, everywhere else to try and get this card listed and sold, but how do you kind of stay on top of it if your eBay shop is low and you don't have any much views yet? I know you could pay for promotion, but eats into profits. I know sometimes that might be the thing to do until you get those eyes on your eBay page. I mean, is it just a hustle to try and move all the cars as they're starting to roll in week by week, or what's like a simpler approach?
eBay doesn't really favor bigger stores or smaller stores. If you're not getting any views on your cards, all that means is you just don't have the right stuff, or it's not titled correctly. That's all. That's all it means. So, they don't favor or like not favor people based on like it's not like Instagram, where Instagram bigger channels get or big like the way Instagram works is when you make a post, it goes out to your followers first. So if you have 100,000 followers versus 500 followers, naturally you're gonna get more views if you have 100,000 followers. So you don't have the right stuff at the right time, or it's simply just titled weird or wrong.
Okay, I just want to double check because I remember you said some of your most successful have just did it themselves versus going and consignment. You know what I mean? Letting somebody else handle it.
Yeah, and a lot of that is kind of what I said in the beginning of this podcast, like building relationships and going through social media. That stuff helps out a lot. Because if you're doing it yourself, you might as well sell it on Facebook or Instagram. So like even if they pay you with fees, PayPal takes a 3% fee, or Venmo could take a 3% fee. So yeah. So I would try to avoid eBay because it's just more fees.
Oh, perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah, Antonio. Keep doing your thing.
Thanks again.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There's a caller right now, but I don't know. I don't know where the queue's at. I want to be fair. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Johnny B from Canada. I'm up in Alberta. How you doing, man?
What's up, Johnny? Alberta, are you an Oilers fan?
I've been to a few games. I'm a Montreal fan, though. I'm originally from the East Coast, from Cape Breton.
Oh, okay.
But so I grew up a Habs fan. But yeah, I'm slowly becoming an Oilers fan.
God, I don't blame you. The Habs have been not too good recently.
Nope. But they're going to be surprising this year, I think. They got this new rookie coming in. You watch out for this Demidov, this Russian kid. His Young Guns card is going to go through the roof.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
He's probably going to be the Rookie of the Year. So we'll see.
Cool. Well,
just to mention, too, like, I'm not sure how many Canadians you get watching this thing. A typical problem we have up here is shipping cards from the U.S. It's very expensive.
Yep.
If I want to buy a $10, like baseball cards, say, because you get most baseball cards, you get them from the selection is from the U.S. So I'm looking for hockey, then chances are it's like 50-50. It might be in Canada, but if it's baseball, 95% of them are coming from the U.S.
Yep.
So, but it's like $15 to ship it, $17. So what I did, I found this company. They set up a mailbox for me down in Texas.
Yep.
And I get all my packages sent there. I get all these little bubble envelopes going there. And once a month, I just set it up, so I have like a bunch of packages waiting there now. So I'm going to see how it all works out. But once a month, for free, they're going to send me up to 30 pounds in a box. But I'm paying like probably, I think it's $65 a month for this membership. But I'll write it off as a tax expense, of course, and all that stuff. So I'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yep. Yeah, there's people in the Philippines that do sports cards and they ship it to a mailbox, and then once every few months, the mailbox service will then ship it to the Philippines, save money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking once a month at the very minimum, just to stay current and relevant with the seasonal aspect of it, because we're kind of I'm buying baseball now. I'm not buying anything else, but maybe some vintage hockey. But I'm kind of waiting for the season to be over here before I go balls to the wall with the baseball here, like October, November, December. In the meantime, while I'm still kind of waiting for that to happen, what do you think about getting cards graded from, like, even the cheap base cards, like $5 Tom Brady cards, or Shohei Ohtani, or like the GOATs, Gretzky, Michael Jordan, gets $5-10 cards, like base cards, or like older ones from these guys in the meantime, and get them graded? What do you think of that?
It's just it's kind of like what I said to the guy earlier. It's like asking me, do you think this girl is pretty? Well, I need to see what she looks like. So one, it depends on the condition of the card, and two, it depends on the card. So just my rule of thumb is I only send cards in that I think will be worth $50 at least graded. So if it's like a random 1989 Wayne Gretzky card and it looks like it's in shit condition, a PSA 1's only $25. It's probably not worth it to send in, right? Because it's $20 to get it graded. But if you think that same card could be a PSA 7 and a PSA 7 is $200, then it's worth it to get graded. So it's a good strategy. They're easy cards to sell. It's just tricky because condition, right? You're not just looking for a PSA 10 now. It's like, ooh, like, is this card a PSA 4 or is it a PSA 6? Like, I don't know. And sometimes it's hard to tell. So it's a good strat. Good strategy. I mean, I teach how to buy and grade the modern because it's easier, to be honest. And I like easy rather than hard, but it'll work. They all work. You just got to get good at it. And then if you get good at it, not a lot of people, it's give and take. Not a lot of people do that. So it's kind of an untapped market, but you might lose a little bit of money in the beginning figuring it out.
Yeah. And like, if I can guarantee, like, I'm figuring I wouldn't send it in unless I think it's at least getting a 9.
Yep.
And a shot at a 10. If I think it's like an 8 or below, then I'll just resell it on eBay get back what I paid for it, type of thing.
Yeah. So you can go that route.
All right, man. Thanks for the info here. You're doing a great job, and we appreciate your content, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. Is there more in the queue? No more in the queue. The queue's open now. Yeah, the chat's going crazy. You guys are going wild. Man, my girlfriend makes some good coffee. Damn. I'm trying to get her to start a coffee business in the local Tampa area. All right. When is the time to sell Daniel Jones cards? I know his stock is way up, but should I risk it if he wins comeback player of the year? If it was me, I would sell it now. Odds are he won't keep that up. You never know. Who knows? Maybe he could be the next Mahomes. But if it was me, I would sell it now. Hottest cards to sell a revised dual. I don't know what that means. Should I grade my 2023 Otani home field advantage card that I got out of a $4 pack? Yes, you should, most likely. I made a 60% profit just by getting back what they were worth in the price guides because I don't know what we're talking about here. Let me look for questions. Good morning from It's Big Rod. Good morning to you as well. I have a 2024 Shea Gold. Oh, wait, we answered that question already. What is an example of a good Pokemon card to buy what is an example of a good Pokemon card buy if you want to buy around a $50 card? Let's look. I have no idea. Let's look together. So let's answer your question. So $50. Let me look at some recent Pokemon sets to see. Let's go to White Flare, which is a recent set. Let me just look at cards from highest to lowest. So let's look at this card of Keldeo. Keldeo 167. Keldeo 167. Did I spell it wrong? Keldeo 167, right? Maybe doesn't pop up on Market Movers. Keldeo 167. Let me just make sure this is the right card. Yep, this is the right card. This card. I guess is a 10. Does around 400. And raw, let's see what this card sells for raw. Keldeo 167. I have no idea what it sells for raw. There you go. Found you one. This card does like $63, 51. Let me look at. That's showing me a mix of graded 105, 56. So it sells for depending on the condition, like 50 to probably 60, 70 bucks. And if we look at gemrate.com, this card, Keldeo 167. Oh shit! This is what I mean. The Pokemon stuff is insane. 53% of these cards get a PSA 10. You could buy this card for 50 to 80 bucks, and a 10 sells for. Let me see what a 10 sells for on eBay. A 10 sells for $350 to $400. There you go. There's a nice $50 to $50 Pokemon card to buy. You could let that one rip. It's a good answer, right? Right to the point, direct. Someone said LOL. Don't know what that means. I do know what that means. By the way, if you have questions, feel free to call into the number below. Hi, Eric. What do you think of C3 grading and degree grading? I use them because of cost, limited budget. So that's why I use them versus PSA. Don't know what those are, but you're just costing yourself money because those aren't going to sell for anything graded. Is there a caller? Oh, I thought there was a caller. Did you ever get the Breeze deal done with Jeff? Can't believe the $300 kept the deal from being completed. Yes, so I offered crazy strong. That was wild. I was overpaying. Ended up offering him $16,500, and then he ended up coming back to me a few hours later to do the deal. But at that point, I was out. Or he came back to me the next day, maybe. But at that point, I was out, unfortunately, because I found others that were cheaper. So it kind of dissuaded me. They say time kills deals, and that's why. So now, I was shocked. I'd probably buy it for like 16 grand now. But yeah, I was shocked he said no to that. I could guarantee him he won't get an offer higher. I think he was saying this is the part, and this is not something against Jeff. I just don't understand sports card dealers. They'll put out a card, let's say it's worth $10,000, and someone will come along and offer them what it sells for. Someone will say, hey, here's $10,000. And they'll say back, you know what? I need $11,000 for this card because I know this card is going to be worth 15 grand by next year. Well, if you know that, don't put it out. wait till next year to sell it for $15,000 if that's what you think. So if you're not ready to sell it for what it's worth now, don't do it, right? But I think he was hung up on the idea that like the card went up recently, so he thought it was just going to keep going up. So yeah, but no, to answer your question, the deal did not get done, unfortunately. Wanted the card though. Cool dude. Saw you on Sports Card Investor. Did you end up getting the breeze? Nope, did not. He mentioned it on Monday's episode. Oh, that was me. I'm cashing out my 401k and going all in on Daniel Jones rookies. Good investment? Oh, man. That's a terrible investment. That's a terrible. Keep it in the 401k, man. I'm all about taking money out of the 401k to invest, but not. Yes, please save yourself. Please save yourself. Do yourself a favor. But the queue is open for callers. By the way, there's a free PDF we're going to put down below of the fastest way to flip cards step by step, what I went over before. So if you guys, if you have any questions, let me know. But if there's no other callers in the time being, I'll use this time to selfishly go through eBay and look at some cards to buy. You can see I actually bid on this. I'm looking at. I think I bid 31,000 on it. I don't know if I'm gonna get outbid. It's okay for a PSA 1. It's not great. It's not bad. I bid on a few bigger cards, just looking to hold them. That's really it. Nothing's really that special there. But let's look at some Bowman Chrome. So let me look at some stuff I'm actually looking to buy. So let's just look at Bowman Chrome. Let's just look at bigger stuff that's ending. Just random stuff that's ending in auction for at least, let's call it $1,000. Let's do 1 min bid. I'm curious to see just what's out there. What's some Bowman Chrome stuff that's ending? So Connor Griffin, Nick Kurtz. I'm not really a big fan of Nick Kurtz, but Connor Griffin, his value should go up in the next few months. He already sells for a lot of money. Let me look what he sells for. Tough card. PSA 10 refractor. Yeah, this card's already going up. Damn. Should have bought this card earlier in the year, man. I like to avoid the stuff that's already up a lot. Good card, but not for me. Let's see. Ichiro. This is a nice card to buy and hold. Jesus Made. I think that's how to pronounce it. Probably not in good condition if it's being sold by Quick Consign, but good card. Ohtani, James Wood, Tom Brady, Aaron Judge, Ohtani, carrying bag. Huh. Interesting. Carrying bag variation. There's no way this card's in good condition. Is it? Doesn't look terrible. There's probably something wrong with it, I would imagine. I mean, they're a big store. I'm just curious. What does this card sell for? 2018 Bowman Chrome Ohtani bag. Yeah, carrying bag. So this card raw is like $1,200 and a PSA 10 $6,000. I wonder how hard it is to grade. Bowman Chrome Ohtani carrying bag variation. Wow, 55% of them get a 10. Huh. I mean, I don't really like to buy cards from consignment stores, but even this card is a PSA 9. Recently does 2,500, and raw does like the other ones did 18, 15, but I think this card could at least get a PSA 9, I would think, unless there's a big surface issue. I'm gonna bid on this. So it's at $1,400 Canadian. Let me just make sure I can bid on it. Confirm bid. Sometimes I have a few unpaid strikes. Okay, so let's bid on this on Easy Sniper. I would pay up to, oh no, not that. Let's log in. I haven't used this in a bit here. What would I pay? probably pay $16.85 on that Ohtani card. Let's see if anybody steals it from me. It's a risk, though. You could easily lose some money on it. Walker Jenkins. It's not a bad card. This isn't a bad card either. Oh, this is sick. I used to flip these all the time and make so much money. These Kershaw refractors. Oh, man. I used to crush with these. Those used to be my shit back in the day. Mike Trout, Ohtani, Nolan McLean. He's for the Mets. He's doing pretty well. That's pretty cool. Brian Urlacher, refractor, PSA 10. That's sick. This is really cool. Wow, I might buy this. I've never seen this card. Urlacher, refractor. Urlacher. Did I do something wrong? Urlacher. Why is it not in here? Oh, not this one. 2000 Urlacher refractor. I'm on refractor. Oh, it's not popping up. Let's go on card ladder then if it's not popping up here. There's no sales. Wow. There are none. PSA, let's just look at. Oh, PSA 10 did 1,500. So one did 1,000 years ago. One did 1,500. I might buy this. This is insane. Let's bid. I'll bid. I'll even pay over comps for this card. Let's bid 1,601. Walker Jenkins gold refractor. I don't know how big I am on Walker Jenkins. A lot of good stuff, as you guys can see on eBay. A lot of good baseball to buy. Interesting. Oh, we got a caller. Hey, what's up? You have Eric? You're live.
Hey, Eric. What's going on?
What's up, man? Who's this?
This is Adam.
What's up, Adam? How can I help?
Hey, I just had a few questions.
Sure.
I was wondering if you thought, so I bought like a ton of Skeens, like rookies.
Yep.
And I think I can double my money on it. Do you think those are gradable? Like, just as far as like, I mean, some of them sell for like the PSA 10 sell for like 70.
Yeah, I gotta see him. You know, obviously, if the corner is chopped off, I'm gonna say no. So it's just something I have to see. If you think they're a 10, you know, obviously let it rip.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then also, like, what do you think about ski? Because I just have like some tens of Skeens, like the Pulsar Prism. What do you think with him being like the favorite to win the Cy Young? Like, it's pretty clear he's probably going to win the Cy Young.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you think that actually boosts?
No, because it's already factored into his value. So I would I wouldn't. Because it just because it's already if something happens that everybody expects, nobody cares. So like you'll see, and also when he wins the Cy Young, everyone's gonna try to sell his cards, and when the supply goes up, the demand goes down, which means the price goes down. So it's not gonna do much, most likely.
Okay. So is that the same for like really any?
Yep. It's this for people that win MVP, Cy Young. It's already factored into their price. They're having a great season. That's why his value's up. So I actually need him to beat the Cubs today because the Mets are the Reds. Or no, who are the Mets fighting with? Is it the Reds? Yeah, the Reds. I need him to have a good game today. But it's already factored into his price. To answer your question.
Okay, and then what do you think about Weatherholt? Are you buying any of his cards?
Yeah, I might mess around if I can find like a blue or a gold. I don't know that much about him. I know he's a pretty solid prospect. I'll really buy any prospect at a decent price right now.
Okay.
But he's someone I'd buy for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those guys that I know is gonna get called up. Well, I'm from St. Louis, so I mean, a little bit biased, but
of course
he was.
Yeah, he's a beast from what I've heard. So yeah, he's someone I would probably buy.
Yeah, and then if you don't mind looking up a card for me, maybe. So I bought this Daniel Jones Blue Wave PSA 10.
What year?
His rookie class, I think 2019.
Yep. What was it? Blue Wave.
Blue Wave at a 199.
Okay.
So I bought it. It was like literally the day of when I don't know which team he beat. He played really well though, and then it went up like 150% or whatever.
Yeah, what did you pay for it?
I paid like 130.
Yeah, the last sale one just sold for 250.
Okay. So you think I should sell it right away?
If it was me, I would.
They have like kind of a tough opponent.
Yeah, if it was me, I would sell it. You won. You doubled your money.
What was that?
I said you won. You doubled your money. I would sell it.
Yeah.
I would, if it was me, I would sell it.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Any other questions?
Not that I can think of, man. I appreciate you a lot, man.
Yeah, dude. Keep doing your thing. Keep making money.
Wait. So, what's your timeline on like making a kind of a shop?
Like an actual card shop? Not for a while. What I do is like also card shops are predicated around selling breaking, like selling boxes and cases. Not something I really want to do or I care for. I don't really want to promote gambling and people losing money. But I'll open up a card shop once we get the room in our office. We just purchased an office and there's another office in front of ours we'll buy probably soon. And then once we buy it, we'll have the space to make it like a card shop so people come in, negotiate, etc.
Yeah, I've heard of like people buying. So like just like say like Tops, not blasters. What's the like biggest release that they do of boxes?
Like the hobby boxes?
Yeah. Like so people buy those and like kind of hold them as to pass down to their family.
Yeah, those go up in value just naturally because there's just less and less of them as time goes on because people open them. So yeah, those are also solid investments for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. All right, man. That's all I got.
Sweet. Keep doing your thing, man.
All
right. Bye-bye. Cool. Well, we'll give that a wrap. All those questions in the chat. Next time, please call in. The show's designed to be for you folks to call in. There's a free PDF down below on the fastest way to flip cards, step by step, no strings attached. Just take it. It's free. It's in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.